Here are Rio and Leo. Now, Rio and Leo have a little bit of a story behind them. When we first got them, they were asleep. They were cuddled up on a little swing just like we've got in here together. They were so peachy and green. So we asked about them. They told us that they were lovebirds, which once again, I had heard lovebirds but hadn't really seen lovebirds. So they said that they were lovebirds and that they thought that they were boys, which we found out, check out, when they were right, like I said, that they write the names down and everything, that they are little boys and they put their weight down and everything. And they're, as you can tell if you've seen from the beginning of the video, they were scared to death of us, and they were so tiny. Now, Rio has got a lot of red on his head, as you can see. When we first got them, their beaks had little specks on them, and Rio's was a little bit darker than Leo's, so that's how we was trying to tell them apart then. Well, now Rio, as he's getting older, he's getting more red on his head than Leo. So he's just a hair older, or a little different than his brother. And when we got them, we ended up seeing them. We loved them. We bought this cage there. We asked them what would be the best size cage and everything to talk to them and all. They recommended this cage. They said that they would love us, and so far they are. They are a little bit more kind of, in a way I want to say like wild. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when we put them out of the cage with Daisy and Floyd, they want to chase them. They want to try to eat them or bite them. So you have to learn what ones you can keep out and what ones you can't. So we surprisingly put Daisy and Floyd up whenever we bring these guys out. Now we notice when we put Frankie out, Frankie and them do not bother each other. Now the weird thing about it is, the second time we had him out, Frankie fell madly in love with Rio. I mean in love. Everywhere they would go together, they would be together. Now, I do not know why this happened, but in just a minute I will tell you. So we thought, well, why not put Frankie and the lovebirds together? That made perfect sense for us. So we took the cage that Frankie's in, and we put them together, and they were fine. Rio and Leo and Frankie had their perfect little house together. They were fine. Now, Rio fell in love with Frankie, and Frankie fell in love with Rio, and they were inseparable. Now, I don't know whether it's because Three's a Crowd all of a sudden happened or hormones struck, but like I said with Frankie, one morning she will wake up and she will be very aggressive. She will not want to have anything to do with you. She acts like a little bitty, you know, that type of thing. Well, one day she woke up and she said, I don't want nobody. So she started chasing Leo around the cage, and she tried to pull out his feathers. So we took her out of there and we said, no, no. So now we have them separated. Now, as we was watching them, though, we thought it was funny because I believe Frankie is ready for breeding stage. We noticed that her hind end was trying to hike up, and she was going to Rio like she wanted him to love on her, and Rio was too little and too young to know what that is, so he would just kind of move away from her, and then a few minutes later they'd be loving on each other again. So that was the case with that. So all of a sudden she woke up, she had an attitude about it, so we took them out. We do not want our birds to harm each other at all. So that is the story of Rio and Leo.